So once again, this is Northern Fjords. This is probably one of the more favored maps in the game. I think between this and Canyon Ambush, it's probably two of the better maps in the game currently.
Sorry, this in which map?
Canyon Ambush.
For competitive play, I would say so.
Yeah,
They seem to be the most preferenced by most people.
Yeah, it's two maps that are pretty figured out in terms of positioning, pretty figured out in terms of where you want to, where you can go, where you can't go, and fairly balanced maps in general. Now, however, I think and we'll see if it happens here, but the blue team often gets this. Yep, there you go. There's that terrible spawn for a wizard, getting that spawn way over by the red team, and if the red team just rushes this right now, they can actually take the wizard down, but the wizard actually, I think, knows this and is just getting the hell out of here as soon as they can.
Yep, he's not spotted or anything, so he's just going to try to coordinate with his allies. Stick to the plan, man. Stick to the plan.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to circle around here, but in the meantime, we've got a nice bit of action going on. We've got some shots going off between... all these ships are actually just way in line of sight of each other. There's no cloud cover for any of these ships, and on a map which is full of clouds, that doesn't often happen.
Yeah, the spawn on this map is kind of problematic. Once everybody sort of gets regrouped and set up on their own side of the map, though, it can give like some really nice sniper matches.
Yep. Then it was rebuilt. Took just a tiny bit of damage there. Blame Doug is actually getting sniped now. Polaris Company, of course, is very good at those sniping matches, so I think they'll be mostly staying around on this side of the map over here. That Hwacha shot does not go far enough to be able to hit from that distance.
So we got 4 Mercuries, and I believe that's a flak fish that we confirmed before.
Yes.
Yep. So we got 4 Mercuries and a flak coming out of the Polaris Company here. On the other side, let's take a look here. So we have 1 Merc and 1 flak.
I think the Blame Duck has
Mercs,
2 Mercs on its side.
And 1 Lumberjack.
Yeah, and
actually kind of even a little bit. I suppose the Mercs, like, Polaris has a lot more Mercs. I'll give them that.
Mercs, of course, being the sniper rifles, you can shoot them quite long distances, and they do, well, let's just say tremendous amounts of damage. So I think this is gonna carry on for a little bit. Then it was rebuilt, losing its hull armor a little bit once more, but drops down before it actually takes any permanent damage. Gets its armor rebuilt, and so we're just gonna see a little bit of a cross sniping action going on here. Wizard's got to be kind of careful. It's got to dip below this ridge right over here. But I think only the Sarah had a shooting angle on it at all, and now, as we can see, it no longer has line of sight of it anymore anyway. So I think this map in general doesn't quite play into the strength of the Merrymen Corvus Marauder team. I think they look a lot more to brawl, to getting close, whereas Polaris Company is quite comfortable just sitting back on their side, and this map generally makes for a lot of games like this.
Yeah, that's basically what we're going to see here. I don't think anybody's going to try to rush until it's appropriate to do so. So essentially we're just going to see people taking up different positions, trying to push, trying not to be pushed, and just basically taking pot shots across the map.
Oh, Vulpus actually getting some nice merc shots on there. I think probably was hit by a Lumberjack on top of that, as it was losing a lot of balloon. And oh wow, it's losing all of its balloon.
A lot of damage right now.
Taking a decent amount of damage, but they'll be able to get that.
Being pinned down by the lack of a balloon, so forcing them really low into kind of a dangerous situation. Definitely a situation where he's not going to be able to fire back.
Yeah, I mean, he was also a shoot venting, which also kills your balloon a little bit faster. Aquarius losing all of its armor now, but has taken no perma damage. And I think, as at this point, we're pretty even. Both 2 ships on each side or 1 ship on each side, I should say, has taken just a little bit of that perma damage. Wizard taking a little bit more as well here. Vulpus now flying back up to rejoin that fight.
Basically, like nothing going on. How do I make this exciting?
What, let's see, the Karen is a Carinator and a Watcher that were shot at that haven't been repaired yet. I'm not exactly sure
Lopez
why
is
they haven't
really,
repaired that.
really gung ho. You gotta sort of back off, dude. I know you want to get your shot, but you don't want to charge that gun line.
Yeah, and that's the...
Like, I mean, if you want to, that's great, but like all three of you at the same time have to charge it. I don't want to see anybody just get killed randomly.
Yeah, it's always the weirdest when one ship just suddenly goes forth and gets completely shot down, and then you suddenly get that 3v2 going, and you have the 3 ships charge in, probably get down another one, and then you're sitting in red spawn and you're pretty much camping where they're spawning. So it can spiral a little bit out of control.
Some focused fire coming into Then It Was Rebuilt, just taking out his whole armor. No real huge damage on him, but he took a couple pot shots there. I think he'll be hesitant before he pokes his head out too heavily again.
Yeah, and the armor of all these ships are basically getting knocked off continually, but that's what happens with those piercing guns that the Mercury sniper rifles are.
So in this match, as opposed to last match where we had a lot of pressure on the pilots, now we have a lot of pressure on the gunners.
And definitely
this is
the
essentially a
engineers as
gunner's
well.
game right now. Yeah, and the engineer. Well, the engineer's got to keep an eye on the hull. Like,
Oh,
just
trust me, having played an engineer on these types of matches, you're definitely like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. It comes in kind of bursts, I suppose you could say. Oh, the Vulpus getting a high angle here, not being spotted, but is managing to shoot down on them. Then he was rebuilt. So if they can actually spot him up there, they can get some nice shots off. He basically would have no escape. They've got to flare it up a little bit, but I'm not sure if they really want to do that. They being the blue team here.
FOS Sarah taking focus fire from the blue team.
Yeah, I think it was mostly Blame Doug shooting off its Mercuries. There goes a flare. We'll see. There you go. There's the spot on the Vulpus. They finally realized that they were getting peppered from above. Vulpus losing its balloon from those lumberjack shots. And getting a lot more damage in too. I think blue team definitely realized that it was just sitting up there hammering down on with those lumberjack, or I think it was flak shots actually. That's a flakfish, right?
Yep, we do have a flakfish. That's Vulpus over here.
Yep.
On the other team, I believe I don't know if they have a flak actually. Let me take a look. I don't think so. No.
Yeah, no flaks. So they've got that. It's the lumberjack.
They have light flak, but they're not using it in sniping, obviously.
Right. The shots would not go that far.
So the whole point. Okay, let's discuss the flakfish for a second here.
Sure.
The whole thing with the flakfish. Let's take a look at his loadout. You need somebody to strip the armor before it's even really effective.
Yes, and you have your sniping going on from the other 2 ships. So what you're basically hoping for is that your teammates will take out the hull armor, and then you get in with those flak shots, which they got a few off on the Wizard actually over here. Wizard down to about half health.
So that's pretty much the strategy at play here for now. But I mean...
Oh, whoa, what is this? Then It Was Rebuilt is getting all sorts of up in their business. I mean, he's taking quite a lot of damage. He's trying to go around
yeah, he
this
kind of
area.
overextended a bit. He is definitely not where his allies are.
I think they're trying to maybe reposition just a little bit, but
yeah, they're trying to contest this point right behind the rock, which would basically give them a side vantage on where they are right now.
yeah, and the other 2 ships are going up high. So I think that it was a good idea, but I think he just took a little bit too much damage to make it really worthwhile. And we should see the red team probably head up a little bit, I guess, to the...
They're basically just repositioning their guns right now. Oh, FOS Sarah taking fire. Then it was rebuilt, making use of this little arch here in the wall. I love stuff like this.
There goes that Watcher shot off on the Sarah. It doesn't take too many components out. The balloon is down, however. And more shots coming off on the Sarah. Getting lit on fire on this hull. Oh, yikes, get that hull repaired, Sarah. Get that hull repaired. There you go. Sarah's got to be really careful here. And
Oh,
I'm not
really hurting, yeah. You're gonna have to kite and find yourself some kind of cover.
I think he's going to be able to get behind this pillar. Oh, wow, takes a nice watch at barrage.
He made it, but he took a lot of damage there. Now Aquarius is gonna take the fire.
That was kind of an even trade for the damage that Then It Was Rebuilt took. Aquarius,
Yeah,
of
but
course,
what
now
wasn't
sitting
an
in the
even
middle.
trade was the fact that the Ducks just took, or not the Ducks, the Merry Marauders just took the position and forced the other team out of position. Polaris. I need to get track of what teams that I'm casting.
Well, the Aquarius getting its armor knocked out, but there's no follow-up shots, so they should be able to repair that without too much trouble.
Oh, and down goes the Spire.
Oh, the Spire. Wow, I didn't even... I guess the Sarah was actually sniping out the Spire there, so yeah, that's a disadvantage there for the blue team, definitely, and they're...
Yep, Polaris
holding position
taking
still.
advantage of my moment of not knowing what teams were playing to kill the Spire. Good job, guys.
And a Wizard has its spawn all the way back over here in blue spawn, so it's going to take him quite a while to actually make his way back over, and you're going to want to go higher
real
than that.
bad, probably dead. Maybe, real close. Not yet.
Ooh, Aquarius. Flak shots coming in. Oh, just
Like,
out
no
of
cover
range.
whatsoever.
Just out of range of that Watcher shot. Exploded right in front of him. But Aquarius is going to bounce off the sea here, as funny as that sounds. Sarah not taking the brunt of the damage. The Wizard is going to get back in here uncontested. I was a little bit worried that if the Wizard gets spotted all the way back over here, the red team could move up just a little bit and possibly take it out before it gets back to its own team. But the pounding that the other two red ships were taking at the same time definitely made it possible for a Wizard to get back here uncontested. Aquarius is still in a lot of trouble here as it's down low in health and down low in position, and there goes that Watcher shot. That didn't feel like a heavy clip Watcher shot.
Yeah, Aquarius is not feeling really happy right now. Kind of off position, kind of hurting, just kind of down and out.
Yeah,
He's still managing to get merc shots off, but not really awesome positioning for him right now.
I mean, something to definitely consider is that all three, well, at least two of these red ships have definitely taken quite a lot of damage, while the only damage that's left on any ship, really, on the blue side, I mean, I guess there's a tiny bit on the Blame Dog, was on the Then It Was Rebuilt. So if they can get one of these ships down, they can definitely charge in there and get the other one down pretty speedily.
I agree. Yeah. Basically, right now, Polaris is just waiting to get killed.
Ooh, and the Vulp is taking a
not
lot of
trying
damage.
to not allow that to happen as
Vulp is
much as they
taking
can.
a ton of
but
damage. Oh.
Disadvantage is just pushing them and pushing them.
And they have, I mean, red team at this point is
Basically, they're on the ropes right now. They have very, very little tactical options right now that could actually give them a good outcome.
yeah, and so even though they're up by a kill, they're definitely down in positioning perspective. I think I would have liked to see them.
Well, as far as positioning, they're
scoot
holding
out.
they're holding their ground. Merry Marauders have tried to push like further positions, but Polaris is definitely holding their ground right now, not giving them an inch really. But as a result of that, they are taking a lot of damage and they're taking a lot of hits.
Yep, and you know, of course, if the red team does have one or two ships die, a lot of the follow-up fights will depend on what kind of spawns they get.
Yep.
which should be
This
pretty
could
favorable for
devolve
Red.
into a pretty chaotic fight pretty quickly. At the end of 1 or 2 kills, depending on exactly where everybody spawns at.
I will say that the red team, Polaris and Fleet of Sodom, are doing an incredibly good job of poking his head out and getting shot, but doing it, being able to pull back just in time before actually any permanent damage is done. They've been poking out. Poking out their merc guns, shooting for a little bit, and then pulling back as soon as they're getting any perma damage on them, and that's partly why that damage is so spread out across all three of these ships, because the red team just hasn't been able to focus all that well. Where is
Yeah, definitely.
where is
Mary Marauders keeping very good positioning, using the map to cover them. They're not being shabby about it. They're not sticking out too far. They're just taking the shots when they can take them, trying to focus targets when it's appropriate. I think really right now they're waiting for a shot at that Aquarius, but they're not able
Sarah
to get that
takes a
shot
lot
right
of
now. So
damage. Sarah gets
yeah.
taken down. A Wizard's flash
Wow.
shots come in and absolutely wreck that.
that was amazing timing.
That was fantastic
That whole armor
shots
just
by Wizard.
like that whole integrity just died from like half to nothing.
Sarah actually gets a pretty decent spawn, actually. Gets, just backs right up, rejoins with the rest of his crew, coming back at full health.
Yeah, not too bad. I've seen much worse spawns. He is spotted. He's probably going to take a couple shots while he's trying to get to cover here.
Should be able to get out.
He's also a
Okay.
junker, which is like insanely slow, so he's probably going to take quite a few shots. Hopefully nothing permanent.
I'm surprised he's not actually trying to kerosene his way out of there. And whoa, wow, takes out. Whoa, my God!
Wow! Ow!
That was, that was definitely unexpected.
Dude!
Blue team snapped that kill up quickly.
I did not suspect he would take that much damage coming through there.
Yeah, those. I think there was probably another set of heavy flak shots coming in from the Wizard. That heavy flak is still so very, very deadly when you get the armor down. And the Aquarius taking that damage now. It's got to be real careful. The blue team is in a very good position to start taking a large amount of kills right now. Oh my God! Sarah hits off a little bit of a pillar here. However, the Watcher shots actually miss him completely. So, ship's gonna be just fine for now until those snipes come in one more time. There
Yeah,
goes that balloon.
he's gonna be just fine. I said that once.
This is very true.
Let's watch what happens. He took quite a bit of damage. He took that much damage before, and then he just died. So there goes his balloon. Oh, he's making it to cover. His whole armor's going.
Yeah, I'm very curious about why he didn't just kerosene from the start.
Wow.
Like
that
he
is
laid this tar down over here for some reason, which is just
Ooh, Aquarius taking a heavy Watcher barrage. That's amazing that they can hit a Watcher that accurately from that far away.
well, it gets a lot easier.
You know
with
what? I need to see
with
whether-
the heavy clip.
We need to shout this guy out. Who's shooting that Watcher? Mr. Lambert.
Mr. Lambert, yes.
You are amazing, sir.
It's of course definitely if you're gonna want to shoot from that range, and really if you're sitting on a Watcher, the default, and your gunner, of course, the default clip that you should have in is probably the heavy clip. You can change it to something, if you're getting up a lot more close range, but that heavy clip is going to make those Watcher shots travel a lot further, a lot more accurately. Of course, I'll be interested to see how that heavy clip.
Aquarius
changes
just got a
effects.
spot marker on him. Dun dun dun. And
Whoa.
we definitely see a little bit of a push here coming from the red team.
Yeah,
They try to change position there, but the
They
Merry
went for-
Marauders were definitely just waiting. The boys just hanging out behind the mountain, man. They have not changed their position. They are still aimed at you guys.
And I feel like it's almost being a role reversal here. So before it was the blue team kind of trying to find its correct positioning and getting fairly hammered. I mean, you can see that then it was rebuilt is, sitting at maybe about 25% health, and the red team, was holding its position. But now I almost feel like it's kind of the reverse. The red team is in this.
Oh, and
weird
Aquarius
area
taking
here.
heavy damage. Just poked his head up just for a second, and he almost died as a result. He might still die if they can hit that. If they can hit that mortar over that mountain.
Not quite. The wizard, I think, wasn't quite in a position to hit it with the
Oh,
flak.
and the order came to probably switch targets. Everybody else taking fire now.
Yeah, the Aquarius, of course, dropping below this pillar, not being seen anymore. The Sarah dropping some more tar, and I'm just not quite sure what the point of that tar is there. Oh, hot shots come in, missed the top of the Aquarius.
Aquarius still got the spot marker, which basically means they can pretty much still shoot at him. Okay, he lost it now.
Yeah, he was dropping behind that pillar. It takes a few seconds definitely to lose that spot marker.
Really, really good use of this one pillar.
Oh, that hot shot's
That's
come in
weird.
and just barely missed the butt end of the Vulpus. Ooh, that would have been deadly, knocking out its engines, and the
What?
Vulpus is going.
Remind me again, what is the S in P and S?
It's Polaris Company and Fleet of Sodom.
Fleet of Sodom.
Yeah, I think they're both Russian teams.
Ah.
And where is the Vulpus going?
I don't know. He's definitely spotted though, so if he's trying to be sneaky, he failed at that.
I mean, Hydrogen is way up there. Yeah, I think the red team's just trying to make a break for it. They're trying to get out.
Yeah,
there.
they're trying to force a new position anyway,
Which
which is probably a good idea.
I really felt that they needed to do that, 2 deaths earlier. Basically, I felt like they needed to take this type of position when the blue team managed to successfully get into this location that they're in right now. I really felt like they needed to kind of reposition themselves. This
Yeah,
other
kind
side
of
of the
counter
area.
position. Yeah, I would agree, definitely. Although it's hard to say because making a move like that is really risky. Luckily, this time it paid off for them.
Ooh, and a wizard is
But-
actually in position to be sniped and is taking quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, and we see the Merry Marauders also taking in position again, being really aggressive. Actually, the Merry Marauders this game.
Oh wow, their Marauders is definitely closing in, but then it was rebuilt.
Oh,
Gotta
then
be
it was
really
rebuilt.
careful.
You are overextended. You can probably maybe get a kill, but you're taking a risk of being killed yourself. They have a
Blame
pretty
Doug.
good brawl set up. I don't know, man. Okay, so it looks like we're getting some brawling going on.
And one more shot. Boom, there goes the then it was rebuilt.
Yeah, little bit overextended. I don't think it was worth it.
The blame Doug, of course, now taking all that damage himself, and he's probably going to go down as well.
Yep.
There you go. That triple
Nice.
ship fire, and now then he was rebuilt back over here. Yeah.
And then the
blue team
wizard is
scattered.
like, I'm just a wizard, guys. I don't I'm not gonna go in there. I'm not gonna brawl. I'm a spire. I'm just gonna continue shooting them with my lumberjack. You have a lumberjack, right?
No, the wizard is a flak, I believe.
Oh, they have a flak. Oh, I'm just gonna continue shooting them with my flak then, Mr. Fancy Pants Flak Spire.
So the blame Doug actually spawned next to a wizard, while the Denny was rebuilt spawned all the way here, and I think this is not going to go well for the Denny was rebuilt. I mean, he's trying to get out of there now. Oh, if he turns his focus on the Aquarius, though, that Aquarius has almost no health. He should have been shooting at that
Yeah,
in the first place.
he's. I think the Aquarius is just like, okay, let's just, kill him or get killed and respawn with full health right now. So I'm just gonna, charge.
Except Denny
Which is
was
a good
rebuilt
idea.
isn't-
I agree with the whole suicide in because I only have a slither of health left.
Right, but he's not. Denny was rebuilt is actually not taking that trade. Now he's shooting at him.
No,
but-
he's not. It's actually really paying off for him. So, if he can get the kill, this is gonna be really close.
Ooh, and then he was
Not
rebuilt,
really,
gets taken out
but-
first. Yeah, I mean,
Good job, Aquarius.
if then it was rebuilt,
So
focus-
Aquarius is like, what do I do now? He was supposed to kill me. I'm still like only a slither of health.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice by
I-
Denny was rebuilt.
I wonder, is he?
Well, he did get the same spawn again, and there goes, what was the name of that ship? One of the red ships just went down. To the
Sarah.
combined fight. Yeah.
Sarah was the one that went down. The Junker.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that was a combination of the Merc and the flat cannon from a wizard, and then it was rebuilt. Is actually coming in now, and ooh, blue team can definitely turn this around immediately. These two red ships are at incredibly low health. They just actually need to get their focus fire going. Sarah spawned kind of underneath the wizard, which is actually really bad for the wizard. Sarah just rises up, uses its brawl gat flax.
Goodbye, Volpez.
Yep, there goes the Vulpes, and I think the Aquarius is about to suffer
Yeah,
the same fate.
goodbye, Aquarius.
The Sarah's coming in, though.
He wants to get that ram. He's like, come on, man, just let me ram you. And it's happening. Let it happen. Let it happen. Just let it happen.
And I feel like the Aquarius actually slowed down there.
No balloon.
Oh, wow,
But he
the
got
Spire
kill
goes
anyway.
down.
God, the Aquarius, MVP.
Well, I think that was definitely in,
There we go.
with the help of the Sarah. Well, so we've
Oh.
got a tie game, guys. 5-5.
Wow. Really nice plays from Polaris there. Polaris and Sodom. I guess I should give a shout out to Sodom as well.
Yeah, there you go. The
I don't
PNS
know.
company.
The thing is, I don't know who's on which, so we're just gonna call you guys PNS from now on. Your powers combined.
Ooh, Sarah actually taking a lot of damage from that Watcher shot. As well as the,
It's devolving into a little bit more of a frantic firefight over a strategic sniper match right now. Aquarius right now, like, let's go. We're gonna brawl this.
Oh, Blame Doug gets absolutely destroyed by the combination of the Sarah and the Vulpes, I believe. The Aquarius is now barreling down on the
Sarah tanking Wizard's aggro, while Aquarius gets the kill, like going in for the kill.
Oh my god, it's 6-6. The Sarah
Sarah
went down.
down.
The Aquarius is going to come
The
in and
Aquarius
rebuild.
is still up though. That's the big threat right now. All he needs to do is kill him.
Then it was
One
rebuilt.
well-timed flak right now wins the game.
One more shot. Oh my god, this is absolutely
Wait,
insane.
no,
Wow,
wait.
he managed to
One
rebuild his armor.
well-timed mortar. I'm sorry, that's a mortar, Midian.
He managed to rebuild his armor,
No,
but
wait. No, that's a flak Midian.
yeah,
It's
it's,
a meta
it's
Midian.
definitely flak. The
I'm
mortar
safe.
was last game, and I don't. Oh my god, the Aquarius is
Oh,
taking a lot of
Aquarius,
damage.
no.
Oh my god!
Very nice
Blue
ending.
team
Very
manages to
good
pull
ending.
that out. Wow.
Wow, Merry Men, good job.
Holy
Merry Men
crap.
pro today. Very
Well-
well played by PNS. Very close game.